What is the Imperial News Network?
INN serves the Star Citizen community with up-to-the-minute news.
We bring the developers and events closer to the community.
And we love Star Citizen, whether we're flying with our team or with our supporters.
Imperial News Network works hard every week to bring the verse to you.
We are the community's #1 source for all things Star Citizen.
And we're glad to have you along for the ride.
Hello and welcome to Inside the Verse.
Forget the intro.
Let's
start talking about video games, okay? Please, Jesus, okay?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Inside the Verse. You saw nothing.
I don't even know where to start anymore. Like, what are we doing? Where am I?
Let's talk about 2.2. Let's talk about 2.2.
All right. Welcome to the show. We have CCT, Erris, Dolvak, and Shiver. We're all here. We did this thing. Audio and YouTube listeners, you have no idea what we're talking about, and that's the magic of editing. The magic.
I think we should not edit it at all.
Christ,
it
just upload
It was a
that.
perfect
Do you want me to? You know what? I'll upload the raw
Upload it
video
as like
because
a
it's
second
hilarious.
episode. Upload it as like the disaster zone, and it's just like
I'll
Put
upload
it at the end. Put it at the end as a hidden a bonus track.
Okay.
Nope,
That I
too
can do.
borked.
That I can do.
Okay, so yeah, you know what? Let's talk about 2.2 because 2.2 is supposed to contain a lot.
David, what is happening in 2.2?
Say that sentence again.
We're gonna start talking about 2.2 and what we're gonna see in 2.2, hopefully, because
There we go.
we should actually see a fair bit of decent stuff in 2.2. It sounds like we're not gonna get 2.2 for a few weeks, so probably mid to late February. But 2.2 should have, and this is the stuff that we not really know they have, but know they want to put in, which is the Starfarer and Hangar, which is
Sweet.
I'm
I'm okay with this.
the Reliant Flyable, and they want to have physicalized EVA, which was cut from 2.1, make its return back in 2.2.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I'm
Why?
scared.
Why?
I don't think
it's
anyone
broken.
else but me tried physicalized EVA in its
tried
first
it.
iteration.
I tried it with you.
Okay, yeah, that is a horrifying experience, and it was not ready for prime time at all. No,
And that's why they cut it, but they think that they fixed the issues it was having.
it made that game a little weird.
They got to try it. They got to do it. They got to do it.
It was the worst thing I've ever seen CIG put out.
This is alpha. This is what it exists for.
Yeah, but like it was deeply unplayable. Like
That's the sort of thing we should be expecting in this coming year is
not
deeply
buggy.
unplayable
It
stuff.
wasn't buggy. It was just deeply unplayable. I don't like it, and I'm scared of it now. I'm scared. I feel like it's gonna I'm gonna install it, and my computer's just gonna explode or something. And I was like, ugh.
I honestly think that physicalized EVA will come out and will be good. And I think it's going to be a really good boon to the game as a whole.
It's
we'll
certainly
see.
going to make watching other people EVA interesting and more realistic, because right now they do look like they're just almost static.
Well,
as they
they've
move.
got like 3 different
T-pose it through
animation
space.
states, right? Like it's or
T-pose.
or and like that would be fine for a game that doesn't have much space combat. Like if you're only in space for 10 minutes of a game and that was it, then fine. You know what? You can excuse that. But that's like if Dead Space 3's zero-G animations had sucked. You can't have a game entirely in space whose zero-G animations are shit.
Did
And
you say Dead Space?
Dead Space 3
is not a good video game.
but it looked beautiful in zero-G.
That's debatable.
I would say Dead Space 2 had better zero-G awesomeness.
It might have.
Dead Space 2
I
is
played more of
amazing.
3. I played more of 3 because it had co-op. So
Oh. It's the worst one.
I know, but it had co-op.
It wasn't even scary anymore.
I don't like scary. That's why I played it.
Oh, well,
Because it wasn't scary.
then go play Metroid, because that's basically what that
Hey
game
guys,
is.
it's a cool game. I found it's called Star Citizen. We should talk about it a little bit.
Well, we are.
We're talking about Star Citizen in the context of other games. We can do that.
I have a question on the 2.2 thing. What was the last thing they said about Kasaba? Is that still getting more work and unlikely to be in 2.2?
I don't think they're gonna. It's not necessarily that the store needs more work, but they're gonna release it with character customization. Because then you can actually use the shop.
Here's the thing about their new
makes
patching.
sense.
Here's the thing about their new patching technique. They're not going to tell us what we're getting in 2.2. They've said that they want to have things like the Starfarer and the Reliant and other stuff, but they're not going to say that it is in, right? I think that they want to have Kasaba in and character customization in if Frankfurt can get it done on time, but it's not a definite. And they don't want to tell us that because then people get really angry when it doesn't happen, right? So I think there's actually a very good chance that Kasaba will make it in, but we're not going to know yet. Keep in mind the questions. We'll answer them in the second half of the show. So
Yep.
Save them for the second half.
But real quick, a guy named Captain Richard's Buttlol just PM'd me on Twitch with a link to a GIF of Captain Richards mooning somebody.
What?
Hey,
The Reddit account is made for this, or the Twitch account.
Look, people, look.
Oh.
All I'm saying is what happens at PAX South stays at PAX South. And I think that should be respected.
Oh.
This is why ships have windows in the future.
Oh.
Yes, exactly. Shiver. Okay. Let's continue. It was too funny. I had to.
That's okay. I accept that one. Good
Good thing his name's not Rear Admiral.
I need that link for private reasons. For private reasons that don't.
Oh.
Okay, so 2.2. Although we had 2.1 roll out.
Yeah, we had 2.1.1 and 2.1.2 rollout, I believe. Which
last night.
Yeah, bug
As of
fixes.
this recording.
Yeah.
Has anyone played 2.1.2?
Oh,
Not
Jesus
yet.
Christ.
Okay. No, I have not played any of the new patches. I haven't played much Star Citizen since 2.1 Live came out.
Oh God, I don't want to see that.
They have received the Captain Richards gift.
Oh wow, it's good. It's good. It's good.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Rear Admiral
1.1 and 2.1.2 are fixes. The way it's going to work from now on is like 2.2 will be a major patch, and then 2.2.1 and 2.2.2 and all those will be fixing the patch. So it's going to be like 2.2 in February, 2.3 in March, 2.4 in April, one per month. So they'll get up to. I'm theorizing that it's convenient that they start at 2.1 in January because 2.2 will be February. It
I have a
corresponds
question
to the month.
specifically about that.
Yeah, what?
You know those games that keep going with their 1 point whatever or 2 point whatever until it's more than 9? And they just do 2.12? Does that bother you as much as it bothers me? It bothers me.
It's even and fucking Apple. God damn it. I want to.
I like how we transitioned into fucking Apple.
OS X version numbers make me want to stab someone.
Yes.
Christ.
Apple makes me want to stab someone.
When Captain Richards Buttlol joined the chat, we got 10 more viewers, so I just want to put that out there.
He certainly was.
Oh! But yeah, it bothers me when they get above 9 and then they go 2.10. No, that's just 2.1. That's 2.1.
We'll see what Star Citizen does. Hopefully
2.911111. 2.91111111.
I'm very much hoping that they'll hit 3.0 this year. So, with any luck.
What even is 3.0? Like, what has it become now?
Honestly, I'd imagine 3.0 is multiple systems and travel between them.
Okay. Jump points.
So
yeah,
hold on, we can't move past this. So who wants to be the one who writes like the tabloid article about Captain Richard's butt?
I can do it.
I like how you yell at us, guys. No,
let's stay on
Star
topic.
Citizen related. But I want to talk about
Captain Richard's butt is Star Citizen related.
Star
Thank you very much.
Captain Richard.
Dolvak.
Wow.
God.
No, it's like Captain Richard's butt married Richard Nixon. I want that headline, I think it's full tabloid.
Maybe for April Fools. So next piece of news, and it's good news, people. Star Marine is not canceled.
Yeah, look, people, I want.
I'm sorry, I thought you said news.
I know.
Nothing has changed.
No, hang on.
Nothing ever changed.
I have a question. Can whoever keeps submitting these... okay, no. Calm.
Oh, here's the salt. David has salt today.
To whomever keeps submitting useless questions to the 10 for the whatever, chairman, developers, etc. thread, please stop.
Also, Lando,
Please?
I blame you for this, for picking the worst questions.
to Cloud Imperium Games, can you please stop picking the worst possible questions imaginable? Yes. Like, is Star Marine canceled? No, it's not. Oh my God, why do we have to say this every
Hey, David, that didn't stop like 5 outlets from writing an article saying Star Marine's canceled, even though when the words that came out of Chris Roberts' mouth on Monday were Star Marine is not canceled. Star Citizen has this this zone, this aura of just confusion, and it's like people walk into it and they just forget everything. It's just I don't understand. And it's insane. And I think
that's why we're here.
Enough. We're immune to it now.
Yep.
We've been in the zone, the forgetfulness zone for so long, the disinformation. It's oh my God. I feel like Star Citizen is actually like a Soviet era, Cold War era, mind war application thing used by the US government to make you forget information critical.
That's going to be the headline next on one of these outlets is, CIG staff member admits it's like Soviet Union. Now that you've said that, Dolvak.
Well, I mean, we do get quoted as CIG a lot. So here it is. Chris Roberts is actually Hitler.
Dinosaur Hitler.
God. I watched Sandy Gardner kill a man and eat his heart.
She didn't even cook it. She just pulled it out.
No, he Kali mod that
one bite
straight out of the chest.
One bite.
And then there was
her
eyes were glowing. Her eyes were glowing, and she absorbed his powers.
Her jaw unhinged like a snake.
Ben once talked rudely to a person. It was terrible.
I don't believe that for one second.
I don't either. That's too far.
No.
I've seen Ben write a strongly worded forum post. But that's about it.
Yeah, but even
that's all he has.
Forum posts are polite as shit. Even his strongly worded "you are all idiots, stop,"
Yeah.
It's very nice that everyone has opinions, and we're very much. Ben is the best.
Yep.
How anyone can not like Ben, I don't understand.
Yep. All right, let's move on.
Yes. Bad news, everyone. The SciTech pre-order is on hold.
Yep.
Basically what happened is
the feeling that I'm getting is that it's Cytek's fault on this one.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
they're like, they can't say it because they're under contract to not badmouth each other.
Yeah.
But the look on their faces is just like,
yeah, because they had promised something because they were sure, and something went wrong at Cytek, and I'm disappointed in Cytek. Cytek, I'm disappointed in you. I'm calling you out right now.
Well, I'm not. We don't know what happened.
We don't.
No.
This could be a really good thing of they've identified something along the manufacturing line that could well be a major quality issue.
It's true, but we're still honestly, and this is actually something that I've got a rather large problem with. We're still missing one of the main components about the promised HOTAS, which was Cytek talking to the community. I think there was one community poll about the joystick, and that was it. We haven't had any communication from Cytek. We haven't had any input in the design. The community hasn't had any thing where we speak input, and that was promised, and that's a problem.
Yep.
We need to know what.
Is it possible that it's they're just going to go, low end HOTAS, blah blah blah, chuck that out, that's as is, but they're going to do that for the higher end one, maybe?
It's all open. It's all up in the air, man. Like who knows?
Yeah, who knows at this point?
It's impossible to tell.
I do have a contact at Cytek. I think I'm going to try and get some follow-up questions, because we do need to know what's going on with it. We haven't had an update since it was first announced, basically. We saw what it looked like at CitizenCon, but even that was from far away.
That was a long time
and
ago.
that was only a mock-up as well.
It was only a mock-up. I think we definitely need more information about the Cytek.
We don't know if there's been any major. We don't know if there's been any major changes. We don't know if there are going to be any major changes. We don't know if is there a working prototype of this thing around? Is it all still sketches? What I
can tell you, people, is that we will try and find out. I can't promise we'll get any more information, but we'll try.
All right, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Before we move on from this weird vague merchandise topic, literally I saw this an hour ago on Reddit. One of the winners of the next great starship is selling his computer that he got. And threads up on Reddit.
Cool.
And it's okay, Rick. He's selling it for $3,000 on eBay, which it's not worth that. That build is not worth that much money. But it does come in the case. The Anvil Aerospace case that's custom made, right?
Nice. That is pretty cool.
That's
actually.
And so I said,
comes
dude,
from.
you're probably not gonna be able to sell this. So if you can't sell it, I'll take the case off you, just the case.
And you got downvoted for it, I noticed.
Did I?
Yeah.
Probably.
Because he
messaged
me. He messaged me and said, dude, yeah, I'll keep you in mind if you want.
It's actually the case is quite unique. The PSU goes in the middle.
I didn't get downvoted. That comment's at +5 right now.
Oh, I put you on +1. You were 0 when I looked.
People are salty, okay?
All right, voice chat.
Yeah,
let's talk about voice chat.
This is kind of interesting. This was again part of the ridiculously good subscriber RTV on Wednesday with Sean Tracy. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. If you don't want to watch things because you're lazy, at least check out the TLDR of that we did on our transcripts.
Got you covered, yo.
It has so much information, so much information. And one of the things that I thought was really interesting that came out was that they're working on tech for voice chat. They know that in-game voice chat is going to be essential.
Please continue. Please continue.
They know that in-game voice
Dolvak
chat is going to be essential. And what they're they've already gone and talked to a bunch of outside vendors for voice chat to see if they could find anyone that could do something for them. They could, buy them, but they realized that no one really did what they want, so they're making it all in-house. Part of that means that they already have tech for when you're talking in voice chat, your character's lips are moving, which I know that was promised a long,
I hope it's not going to be like anime level, like.
I hate this technology. I absolutely hate this technology because it's always ridiculous, and I hate it. Just keep them completely static, like Arma, Gary's mod, everyone who does this. It's always. I hate it. It's garbage.
Yeah, it's anime.
They just unhinge the jaw and just do this.
But you have got the potential that the way that they've made their heads, there are muscles in the face. The issue would still be the software picking up correct syllables that you're pronouncing and not ending up going most of the time.
Keep in mind, CIG have said that they've already got the tech in that their animators are already just capturing video of themselves talking with webcams and Jake, I hate you, to do everything. So I think it'll be okay.
I'm not confident.
Let's move on.
No. Moving on.
Tricky.
When you word it like this, David, it sounds so sad.
I know, but it's perfect. So we've got some sad news for everyone. This is actually really, really sad news. They've had they've had a really good 3-year relationship together. They've been together for 3 years, living in the same house, and all has been really good. But Squadron 42 and Star Citizen are breaking up on Valentine's Day. We've had the official word. They're breaking up. So it's, it's going to be weird talking, being friends with both of them because you can't really hang out with the two of them together anymore.
You got to pick one.
It's going to be awkward, but everyone should know that on Valentine's Day, which is really the worst day to pick for a breakup, Squadron 42 and Star Citizen are breaking up.
Star Citizen didn't buy Squadron 42 any chocolates, and it's just like, that's the last straw. Fuck this. I'm out.
But Squadron 42 does keep custody over Gillian Anderson, Mark Hamill, and John Rhys Davies.
Yes, but Star Citizen kind of gets custody.
Now in open
it's only
relationship.
on the weekends.
No, but Star Citizen gets custody of Frankfurt and Austin.
One could say it's in an open relationship.
Shut up.
Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah, Squadron 42 and Elite Dangerous have been seen around together, and it was just some pictures floating around, and Star Citizen found them on Squadron 42's phone, and it didn't go well.
So here's some interesting news, and you can extrapolate this how you will, and I will explain to you how I extrapolate it. ArcCorp and Hurston share a tile set, as do Nyx and the Asteroid Hangar.
So is Microtech. So is Microtech.
Yes.
So all the
and ArcCorp,
all the Stanton.
They're working on Nyx right now. Nyx is the next landing zone. After that, they're moving on to Hurston. Hurston's probably going to be pretty quick to make because it shares the same style set as ArcCorp. It's just like the Aegis ships, right? As they've built all the Aegis ships, more Aegis ships become easier to make. Same thing's going to happen with ArcCorp and Hurston and all of the... We're not going to wait as long for Hurston. Excuse me. Not going to be waiting as long for Hurston as we have been for Nyx. That's my...
Yeah, probably. You're probably right on that. Also, because Nyx is a little different because it's kind of like in space.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they have to do stuff that they didn't do with ArcCorp, like proper airlocks, and it has to be different things. They can't have like open areas like they did. It's a different thing. It's a different thing completely.
Yeah.
They were saying that the tile set for Nyx also overlays with the asteroid hangar, and if memory serves, the asteroid hangar was done by Behavior originally, or was it Turbulent? When they revamped the hangars.
Behavior.
So they must. Was it Behavior?
Wait.
So they must have borrowed some over.
Don't know. Honestly, I can't.
It
remember.
would make sense for it to be behavior actually, because they do that.
Yeah, behavior does everything. Behavior amazing. Next week, I might be visiting behavior and turbulent. Next weekend.
Captain Richard's butt lol asked me to blow him a kiss, so I did.
I saw that. They're introducing a lack of precision in thrusters, so that thrust won't always be perfect. What do you think about that?
Fly a Vanguard and tell me it's perfect.
Fly a freelancer and tell me it's perfect.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Yes.
It's so
I like
that.
that.
It's so that
shouldn't
you
be.
can once they implement tuning and stuff on thrusters, it's so that tuning matters, so that you can, and so that there's variance. Like Drake thrusters will probably have a lot more variance in their thrust than say Origin, because Origin will be tightly tuned German and wait, they're not German, are they?
No.
I just think of them as BMWs.
Nope.
Yeah. Anyway, we now have a few notes from Nakara before he disappeared. To get through. We've hit 107 million. To be honest, and I want to know if anyone else is the same on this. After 100 million, I honestly stopped paying attention.
Yeah, me too.
I care about multiples of 5. I'm like, oh, that's cool, and that's yeah.
I care about like tens. Like 110 will be kind of cool. 150 will be a big deal. 300 will be amazing.
That's a heck of a jump. Just, tell us when
Not
we hit
200
million, then when we're 300.
200 doesn't mean shit, man.
Forget
250?
200.
Fuck that. Get out of here. 300. Now we can talk.
Yep. And there's 900,000 people in the fleet, the UEE fleet.
That's a lot. It's
a lot of people.
I mean, do you think that they'll do something special at 1 million?
Sure. Why not?
Why not, right? So that'll be cool.
That's 900,000 people who have game packages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the biggest tracking of all this stuff I did, like the biggest amount of hype, was like, if you remember, it was like the 2 or 3 weeks leading up to the 100 million.
Yep.
We have a bot, for people who don't know, in INN Discord called INN bot that it does all kinds of tools for us, right? It's
it's
nice
amazing.
We
little
tell
tool
it
set.
to love us, and it just tells David that he is a dick.
Yeah.
Love me.
So there's a command that it's like command funds, and it'll just like spit back at you the current funding level, how much of a change there's been the last time since you've checked, and how long it's been, right? So it's like, oh, you checked like 5 minutes ago, and it's gone up this amount, right? That thing got spammed so much, like in the 3 weeks like waiting up to 100 million. It was crazy because like there was times where you could spam it and you could go funds, and then you go funds again, and it would be like, oh, there's a $4,000 difference. It's like, okay, instantly, just I don't know. That was really fun to watch, and I think
was quite mad in the sale as well.
It was really cool.
Yeah, and that's basically it for the news portion. And what do you know? We've just hit the 45-minute mark.
Although this is totally going to be a short podcast for the recording people, so we're very sorry.
Sorry, we had some technical fun.
All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back,
question time!
We're going to take your questions.
That's right. So, prepare your questions.
Prepare
Get them ready.
yourself. You are not prepared. We'll be back in just a few. Tell me what song you want to hear from any video game. Goodbye.
I want to hear something from The Legend of Zelda.
I don't.
You're back. I didn't unmute them, though.
Mute us.
We are back.
Are we? I don't believe you.
We are back. Welcome back. welcome back to the show, to Inside the Verse, the premier INN podcast about Star Citizen.
I'm going to quickly answer this question, because Flint Dragon says, I'm a smidge out of the loop. Any word on CitizenCon being on the 10th by chance, or is it still ballpark of the 7th, 8th, 9th? Likely the 8th. That is correct. They've said that it's not going to be on the 10th. They're pretty much, it depends on the venue, but it's going to be during the weekend before the 10th, because having it on the Monday is not fun. So, confirm.
White Rabbit Zero just sent me a very hilarious link, and I am permitting him to post it. It is wonderful.
Now,
for those listening to the recording, he linked me is starmarinecanceled.com. And if you go to that, it just goes to dictionary.com for the definition of the word no. Good stuff.
It's pretty good, actually.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Thank you
that.
to whoever bought that domain.
It's beautiful. I do now have to go to a question that we had last week. And I want to hit this one first. From Rocket Anchor.
Rocket Anchor.
Who said...
he's here today.
Yeah, he is.
What's up, Rocket
From Rocket Anchor last week.
Man, I hate that guy.
Do you think Squadron 40...
You know that conversation we had after the last show about how much we hate that guy? Because I agree with what you said. I'm glad you brought that up.
Dolvak, you're fired.
What? I know.
Go away.
Oh, White Rabbit did it. He's the one who registered the domain.
So, here's the question. Do you think Squadron 42 will be ready to ship this year? I know CIG always surprises us by developing the game faster than we expect, but will all necessary game systems, ships, and content be ready well in advance for a release this year?
Yes. Yeah.
Again, because I wasn't paying attention.
I saw this
Is
trailer
all
on
this
the
stuff
internet.
going to be ready for Squadron 42?
I
Yes.
don't fucking... Who knows? Who knows? They said it would be.
You know what I think they're going to do? And I've said this before on a podcast, but it's relevant to the question. I think what they're going to do is a lot of the bigger ships, like Bengals and Retributions and Kingships and maybe even Idris's, if they're not... They're probably not going to be ready to be flyable yet.
No.
What they're going to do is do what literally every developer ever does for their single-player games and make set pieces. Easy.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And keep in mind, and this is something that I've said in multiple other podcasts, they are way further than any of us think that they are. They show us, they do show us a lot, but keep in mind, like Ben said on Reverse the Verse this week, they don't show us anything about Squadron 42. They're not showing us Squadron 42 gameplay because they don't want to ruin the story. They want it to be a surprise. There's a lot of stuff that they want to be a surprise. Who anticipated the Saber at CitizenCon?
Not me.
Literally no one.
It's my second favorite ship now.
That's
pretty awesome.
They do a lot of development that they don't show us about. There's a lot that they do, and they keep us up to date on more than any developer has ever kept their fans up to date about anything ever before in the history of video games. At the same time, it's such a big game that they have a lot that they keep hidden.
Dwarf Fortress would like to have a conversation with you, but continue.
Whatever.
Yep. All right. Flint Dragon asks, he's a smidge out of the loop. Any word on CitizenCon being on the 10th by chance? Or is
I
it still
answered
the
that.
ball?
It's literally
You
the
did?
first thing I answered.
Sorry.
I've got a sort of related question to Squadron 42.
Okay.
what?
How many months before release do you think they'll start teasing the release?
3 months.
December.
I think it's impossible to really tell.
You know why?
There's so many different ways they could go with it.
I have insider information. I'm not going to say specifically what it is, but there's going to be a Squadron 42 advertisement in a very prominent place. And I'm not going to say where.
Okay, so
but it will be in December.
Speaking
And we
of,
all know.
can we rewind this back about a bit, because there's something I want to say about like content in Squadron 42. If we roll this back a bit to oh God, how do I explain this? Remember the leak in the summer leak, like the big summer leak. Most of that wasn't Star Citizen content. Most of that wasn't
42.
even ship stuff. That was all Squadron 42 set pieces. That's
Yep.
all that was. And so all that work was happening. That's all Squadron 42. And some of those elements will be used in Star Citizen. Of course they will. But that's not why they were built. Those elements were designed, scripted, and like those are the locations of things. If you watch Teller videos, you'll see locations like actual like there's a little bit of Terra. These locations were not built for Star Citizen. They're built for Squadron 42 for the narrative. That's like things are coming along.
The good part about working on both at the same time is that when like if you finish one thing that is in both, you can use it for both.
Yeah.
So that's why we're getting things like the Saber, the Vanguard, like a bunch of ships that they need for Squadron 42, but we're getting them in Star Citizen now. So, yeah. It's win-win, everybody. Win-win.
Very much so. So Denasterim has a question. Can you make sense of Sean Tracy's answer about pilots red blackout and crew members not, or yes, or whatever? Yes, kind of. What that answer comes down to is pilots are going to continue to black out when they perform crazy maneuvers for gameplay reasons. Crew members will not, also for gameplay reasons. They're in large ships. There is because there's a gravity generator, the gravity remains constant. So there's no reason that a Constellation pilot should black out, but they will because otherwise it would break the game.
That's David, you're not thinking with your brain hole. That's not how acceleration works. You can still be under those gravity and acceleration are two different forces.
Dolvak.
Like what you're talking about
Dolvak.
What you're talking about is an inertial dampener, and like that's not. It's kind of a thing and kind of not a thing in Star Citizen.
I'm summarizing Sean Tracy's literal answer.
I know, but
so
you are explaining it incorrectly, and I hate you. Think about it like this. You know those wind tunnels where people are in free fall?
Dolvak, you know how it was said to summarize the answer and like do it quickly? That's what I was doing. I don't give a crap about your wind tunnels and things.
Dude,
no.
if a man was suspended in a magnet
God, I hate you.
above a sports car,
fire.
and then the sports car floored it, he would get flung backwards. Like it would still be under acceleration. Acceleration still happens. Gravity doesn't cancel acceleration. It's just another force.
You don't know that?
He would have two forces acting. I do know that. Physics knows that. The world at large knows that.
It's only a theory.
The world is flat. Fuck
you
everything.
have no idea.
BOB is right.
It's like
Real quick.
I'm sorry, your Canadian science is different than on American science. I'm sorry.
Real quick, when we get partnered on Twitch eventually, and we get subscriber emotes, I want one to be David's face of disappointment. Just the
what's my face?
It's the emote is just Dolvak disappoint.
That one. Yeah,
it's just Dolvak disappoint. That's the emote.
Yep.
That's good. I like it.
Then the Dolvak rage face and my disgust face. Like,
that'd be good. David, I hate you. I want to stab you in your goddamn Canadian face, and maple syrup comes out, and I drink it to absorb your powers.
You know you can buy that in the store. You don't have to murder a Canadian for maple syrup.
Yeah, but it's
I like Vanisher's suggestion there.
An emote of "you're fired" in all caps. I could be down with that. No, but what I was saying is, I will have succeeded in life. I will consider myself accomplished if I have a Twitch emote of my face.
Mine first.
We get several.
Get like 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I
So
think it's six or whatever. But
we could do them all at the same time.
I wonder what Captain Richards would be.
Call back from Shiver.
there could be. You can make a pretty good one out of that butt. It's a pretty good emote.
Dodger tried to get a butt emote and Twitch wouldn't let her do it.
Really? What if he disguised it as
Yeah.
something else, like two oval pancakes next to each other? Just that's it.
It's just my forearms together. Honest.
Okay, let's get some more questions here.
Yeah, more questions.
Flint Dragon says, "What was your personal favorite question from this week's 10 for the chairman and the
I am not
subscriber
caught
from the
up at all.
RTB?" Honestly, I know all the answers from it. I don't remember specific questions. So,
I liked all the short ones. They were
So
good
you
to
suck,
transcribe.
Flint Dragon. You suck. All right. More questions. There's no more questions.
You can donate
Oh, here.
the
I
most
got
in
a
the
Doom's
month.
question.
Hold on. You can donate the most in the month to a Captain Richard stream to get your own emote for that month. Well, I might
I'd
have
rather
to start,
earn money and get our own emote.
I might have to start a pool. Just no. I want him to have the butt emote.
All right.
Never forget.
Doom Centurion asks, "Do you think that there are unannounced ships still left in Squadron 42, excluding Vandal?"
Probably.
yes,
Yes.
100% yes.
That won't
100%.
surprise us. I mean, if you'll call back to the leak, we are not supposed to know about the Retribution
Not
class destroyer.
Not
No,
true.
That was
no, no,
that was featured
listen.
in a monthly report. The image.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, listen. Wait, not
It was.
before the leak.
It was also in the PC Gaming
I know.
E3 conference.
If you hold on a bit, all those were after the leak. I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So originally the game plan was for that thing. If you actually fast forward to about now, when they did that that in lore thing, the like with the hackers and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like 2 weeks ago. What was that called? It was like Project Q. Anyway, the whole thing a couple weeks ago with some hackers. The hackers were talking about some secret project, and there's like a little image. There's some images, and the images are the Retribution, like kind of from a different angle, but it's in the same dock as the leak.
Mhm.
So how I think that they were originally going to go about that was kind of like drop some hints. That whole PC Gamer stuff that would have never happened unless the leak would have happened. People would have known about it.
Project Quadine.
Claudine, that's it. And they would
Thanks,
have
Wing
kinda
Fat.
they will start hinting at stuff because that's going to be a major set piece of Squadron 42 at some point. I don't know how they'll use that, but that's what that is what they are going to do with that. As far as like unknown ships, of course, yeah. Like, remember the F8 Lightning? That thing came out of like nowhere, and we still don't know about that thing.
forgot about.
Yeah, that thing exists. Nobody remembers that thing. That thing exists.
Oh, it looks
Nobody
like
cares.
the freaking Tumblr from Batman Begins. Oh,
yeah.
Anyway, that thing,
Okay.
stuff like that came out of nowhere. We will probably get a few more. There'll probably be one or two crazy reveals. There'll probably be an equally crazy Vondul. What the fuck is this reveal? And that's probably gonna be it.
He did say excluding Vandal. This is not the microphone.
Hey,
thing. It's
I'm just saying
laugh.
there may or may not be some really cool like set pieces in Squadron 42.
There will be.
No way, Dolvak.
I
No
know. They're
way.
cool. They're just really cool.
So you know how
I'm excited to see what we see with about like Jean stuff because I'm expecting to see a little bit of like I don't know what we haven't seen much with that, and there has to be some Jean reveal, right?
There will be some Jean reveals. There will probably be some Banu reveals. The Vandal, we're going to get a lot more Vandal ships. And
Tavares?
honestly, the UEE fleet is kind of bare right now. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of fighters, but there's only the Gladiator as a bomber and the Retaliator, right? Like, there are some other roles that can be filled here, and I think they're going to be filled. And keep in mind, they didn't originally want to show anyone the Lightning, the F8. It kind of got shown off really weirdly, and then they showed it off more. So I think there will be more like the Lightning that we won't see, and it won't be sold.
Stuff like that just kind of comes out of completely.
Yeah. Paycation has a good question that I would kind of like to touch quickly, because Paycation
I'd like
says,
to touch Paycation quickly.
Yes. Do you know how interdiction will do stuff? We don't know, but we did get a really good hint at how it'll work this week in RTV, I believe. In the subscriber RTV, I think. I can't remember exactly, to be honest. But they were talking about interdiction, and Disco started mentioning ships that will create gravity wells to pull ships out of interdiction. And then Ben was like, in other things, right? And Disco was like, yes, as a theory from other games, there could be ships that create. So it could be nothing, but interdiction could very well be creating gravity large enough to pull a ship out of.
I'm actually not getting the reference. Whatever you're saying, I'm actually not getting what he's referring to. Is this Elite Dangerous? Is this?
He's referring to what is probably in Star Citizen, and they were trying to cover it up.
Okay, yeah, I got that. But, okay, never mind.
It's also an exact mechanic like that in Homeworld.
Yes.
2.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was asking for.
Oh, and what was that RTS Star Wars game? CCT, you know
Empire
No,
at War.
Halo Wars?
Star Wars Galaxies of Heroes.
Empire at War.
Yeah, the interdiction Star Destroyer in that was a gravity well generator ship in that.
Or it was, you might be thinking of the expansion Forces of Corruption.
Quite possibly.
But yes,
Yeah.
it's Empire at War. It was the same guys who, it's Grey Box, who made Grey Goo. They did that
Oh,
game.
really?
Yep.
Oh,
Great
I enjoy
game.
both of those. Yeah.
Ketchup Ninja has a question.
Yeah.
Should Chris Roberts not be allowed to give any more release dates?
No.
I didn't think he was.
We've been saying this for like a year now. No.
Yep.
No more release dates.
No more
Stop
release
it.
dates, please.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Vanisher got the right shit.
Every time
the-
he says something, Ben and Sandy pull him off stage and just beat him mercilessly.
Dynastrum asks, have you guys used your unmelt tokens yet, if you had some?
Wait. Hold on. I want to give credit to Vanisher for getting the right ship. And I want to put it on the screen because it's a beautiful ship.
Okay.
The ship that Shiver was talking about is this beautiful beast right here that I put on top of Erris. This is the Immobilizer 418 Imperial battle cruiser, or it's an interdictor cruiser. Yeah. Okay.
That's what happens when a Star Destroyer and an Endeavor have a baby.
Yep. Looks just like that. All right, continue. I'm sorry. Vanisher's Star Wars knowledge was on point, and I had to give him full credit for that one. Okay. What question were you doing, David?
Where was it?
Ketchup Ninja, Chris
Is it
Roberts,
Fast
Lyle
Cart?
Bates.
No, I'm answering fast cards in the chat. It's why.
Okay.
Have you guys used your unmelt tokens yet?
No.
Do you plan to?
Probably.
Yeah.
Only if I can use it with partial store credit, because I only have like $100 in store credit.
I know that there's actually a bunch of people complaining about these.
I
unmelt
only
tokens.
have $100 of store credit.
No, for the ship that I want.
No. Only $100 store credit. Oh,
Dolvak,
no.
take your mic out of your mouth, please.
Oh no, only $100 credit.
No, I'm saying for the ship.
$100 store credit.
saying for the ship that I want to unmelt, it's not enough.
Oh, I only have $100 of store credit, and it's not enough. He's gone again.
Now you know what he wears underneath. It's pajama bottoms.
Hey, don't you fault the pajama bottoms.
What is it with you people from that continent? I'm fully dressed and I wasn't even meant to be on here. I even have socks on, man.
I have socks.
I'm not
on.
wearing pants.
Oh, okay. Prove it. Wait, no.
Oh, I thought you meant my socks.
You can prove you've got socks on.
Sorry, audio listeners. Oh, as I cough out my lung. All right.
I give up.
Hey, all right. Tom RH says, "What is the picture behind David?" I'm going to put it up because it's beautiful. There it is. Guys, go play Rise of the Tomb Raider. My review will be up at some point.
Oh,
okay.
I took that image, and I'm not even playing on very good graphics. It's amazing.
More questions. Doom Centurion asks, since ships have many thrusters, and we want to have tuning, we're likely going to have to do a ton of tuning. How do we balance the tedium of doing that like 12 times? I mean, all they would have to do is make like a copy-paste function. That shouldn't be hard.
Or like you do when with your car in real life. Look, people, I know it's a thing. It's like, oh, you get your car worked on. Like knowing a lot about your car in real life is a good skill. You should be able to change your own oil. You should be able to change your own tire, of course. You should be able to fix shit when it breaks. Basic level stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm not an insane person, and I want my car to go fast and not explode. And I have money, so I'm going to give that to a person, and he's going to turn my car upside down, hit with a hammer, and it's going to go fast.
Okay.
And that's what's going to happen.
I want to make a callback to like about 2 years ago. Between 2 years to a year and a half ago, lots of people were saying that they really, really wanted Star Wars Galaxy's level of crafting in Star Citizen, and the devs kept saying, no, it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. And it's not. There's not going to be that level of crafting. But that's what the customization is going to be. There will be people who all they do is tune engines because that's what they're going to love to do. There will be some kind of mini game, there will be some kind of thing associated, and there's going to be people that are going to love to tune engines, and you're going to buy those engines from them for a lot of money. That's where you get your 12 tuned engines if you don't want to tune them yourself. And there will be people who want to tune it themselves and use it themselves. It's going to work, but
I'm going to use a phrase that I like to use whenever people say something is mildly tedious. I say, oh, you mean like in real life? So like this is a simulation of how it would maybe exist in real life?
Here's a good example. Jake, you've played World of Warcraft, right?
I have a lot.
Mr. Jacob Bradley, have you ever raided with a guild?
Yes.
All right. Then you know all about farming pots before a raid and getting food.
Although you really don't have to do that anymore, but whatever.
You know what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah.
So that is tuning your own equipment is that equivalent. It's eking out every stat
ounce
point
of intellect that you could possibly dream of. You want to get it all. So instead of 10,000 damage, you do 10,100 damage.
It's like maxing your magic find in Diablo 2.
It's min-maxing, yo. There's people who are going to want to do that, and there's people who are not going to want to do that.
And here's the thing. And I know what you feel. You feel like I don't want to min-max. And you don't want to min-max right now. But I can guarantee
you get in there.
In 500 hours, when you've done a whole bunch of stuff and at 10,000 hours, when you spent so much goddamn time in this video game that your 6 months insurance has ran out several times over, you're gonna be min-maxing, okay? If you keep playing this game for a year, 2 years, you are going to be min-maxing, and this kind of content you are doing will probably require you to be min-maxing.
David, I'm like 99% sure you put your hand right on Lara's butt.
Have you looked at
the
it?
audio listeners?
Have you looked at it? Can you blame me?
Yeah, your
I
hand.
mean,
I've seen your
no,
hand before. It's
but-
quite small.
Yeah.
For the audio listeners,
Perfect size.
David has a green screen, and behind him, I put a very beautiful screenshot of the new Tomb Raider game, and there's a Lara off to the side. And when David was fixing his green screen, he put his hand right on her booty. At least I think so. More questions.
All right, fuck it, whatever.
All right, now Flint actually wants to know. He has amended his previous question. He said, seeing how I missed it and haven't read the TLDR transcript yet, what was your favorite? What was your favorite answer from the sub-only RTV?
From the sub-only one?
Yes.
It's actually a pretty good question. It wasn't really... I really liked all the explanation that went into how they're fixing animations and how they're making both physicalized EVA and the movement animations in first-person shooter mode be good. I really thought that the answer in the subscriber RTV went really in depth on everything that they're doing and all the little tricks that they're figuring out. I thought it was amazing that one of the Germans turned something that was taking them thousands of lines of code to do into one line to, and all of that is talking about the blending of first and third person, because in most games your first person view is an abstraction. It's not what you're actually seeing. But in Star Citizen, your eyes are where your eyes are on the character. And I think my favorite part from the subscriber RTV was explaining how they're making that work and how it's going to work.
Yep.
I think that was beautiful. And honestly, for the subscriber RTV this month, our transcript honestly doesn't do us justice. We tried as much as we could. We got all the information we could. It's a phenomenal hour of just pure information.
It's Sean Tracy, guys.
Yeah. Go watch it.
He's the man.
Go watch it. Go listen to it. It's amazing. If you want to know about the game and if you want to know about the things that they're planning on doing in the game, this is probably the second best interview about that in a while, because unfortunately 10 for the Chairman has gotten kind of stale because people ask the same dumb questions like, is Star Marine canceled? If you really want good information about the game and where it's headed, you have to go to Sean Tracy or someone like him or Tony Zurevec, because that's where the information about the game comes from, because Chris Roberts gets swamped with
Real
bad
dumb questions, yo. Speaking of dumb questions, we need more of them.
Yeah, let's get some more.
Like Fast Cart's question: Has Erris put his hand on Captain Richard's butt?
Yes.
Have you, in fact?
In my dreams.
I think we all have in our dreams.
So I have a small anecdote, if you'll permit me.
No.
So
I'm scared.
Okay, so I had a dream last night, right? About Star Citizen, but specifically about add-ons, all right?
Okay.
And in this dream, I like, you know how add-ons get with like most MMOs, right? You know, they get quite elaborate. I had made one that essentially what it did, it was called like NWA Ignore. And what it would do is when you had someone on your ignore list, it wouldn't just like block them from talking to you. Every time they said something to you, it would instantly reply with a randomly selected NWA lyric. So like someone like talks shit to you, and then they instantly get a reply, and it's like they have the authority to kill a minority, and it's just that for Ice Cube just talking shit for like ever. It's completely random.
Yes.
So I'm gonna ask
I
Jim's
need this
question
I need
now.
This.
It's pretty good.
So Jim, the instance manager.
Wait.
What?
Do Doom's question first.
I don't know
He
when we're
asked
getting
it
more.
first.
Fine. When are we getting more Tony Z?
When mining comes out, yo.
Yeah. Tony Z does all of the design posts. So
Yep. As he is the lead designer, man.
now on to Jim's question. When do you think we'll start seeing the tech of transitions between instances on the same server?
Well, I mean, technically we already have that. Multi-crew is that. But he's talking more like the big instance. Probably when we get more planets and the space between them gets bigger.
No, not at all. I could tell you here, and you're gonna smack yourself because you didn't think about this. It's gonna be when we actually land on zones, like when we actually land on planets. Like, I don't mean procedural generation go anywhere. I mean like the like it be in orbit, lock onto ArcCorp, do that landing.
Yep.
That's gonna be it.
The thing we saw mid 2014.
Yeah.
I think that's a South by Southwest video, actually. Yeah.
Nakara has a question. Which will launch first, SpaceX Falcon Heavy or Squadron 42? Squadron 42.
Yeah.
Yeah. Squadron 42.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to be different and say SpaceX.
Bloody Brits, always trying to be special.
One of us has to be right.
I
More
hope,
questions.
I hope it's not the actual... Elon Musk is an actual crazy person. Like, if he had like a white fluffy cat that he stroked, he would be a Bond villain.
Doesn't he also have a volcano lair?
He's frightening. He's a frightening individual. He's too similar to me, frankly. Like, I would do crazy shit like that. Like, I would be Elon Musk, but like shit wouldn't get done. Like, I am that. Like, I'd be the guy who just like, God, it would be a goddamn psychopath.
Yep. Jim asks red or blue. Blue.
Plaid. An exact
Wait.
combination between
red
and
has donut.
blue.
Red
What?
has donut. Sorry. Red.
Ugh.
You don't even know what that means, do you?
Red versus blue.
Thank you.
Come on.
And now I'm disappointed in you that you said ugh.
Rooster Teeth is garbage. Garbage.
Red versus
They
blue
are
is
the
alright.
Rooster Teeth are the people who were like
I just got my copy of Laser Team in the mail, so I'm
Jake.
actually looking forward to
Hey,
watching
Jake.
that.
Hey Jake.
What?
Aren't Rooster Teeth the guys who on their podcasts wearing all their Fallout swag and their Pip Boys?
No, the
talk
patch
shit-
is garbage.
Talk shit about Jeff Gersman.
The patch is hot garbage.
Yeah, it's pretty
So
bad.
Jim, the instance manager, has another question. Do you think we'll see any of the Squadron 42 actors as NPCs in the Precision universe in any form?
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Guaranteed.
That's like saying, are we gonna have Thrall as an NPC in World of Warcraft?
Probably not.
Duh.
I'll probably kill him. Dude, Thrall has been dead to me since like he went to Northrend, okay?
Dude! Alright, I have something to show you immediately after the podcast. Thrall wrecks some fools in this last expansion.
I want to see it. I want to see it. Dude, Shaman Thrall holding the world
Hey,
together in
Dolvak, do
Cataclysm
you remember this
is-
game
he's
called
dead
Star
to me.
Citizen?
If he has his
Hey,
bullshit
Dolvak.
red orbs, I hate him. God.
Dolvak, do you remember this game called Star Citizen?
I
Nope.
loved you. I
Nope!
loved you, Thrall. You betrayed me.
You say
Well,
Thrall, and
you know
all
what?
I can
We're-
think of
we're-
is that thing
we're-
from Mass Effect 1.
They have to stop us. There's no more questions. They
Yeah.
have to stop us. We're just gonna keep raging about Thrall.
Fucking bullshit.
You know what?
Jaina is god.
Oh, Fastcard has a
Dreadlord.
question.
Yep, that's it. Jaina's a Dreadlord.
Fastcard has a question.
Roll!
Has anyone who ordered a concierge VIP card not received one yet? I haven't received
I
mine.
just got mine.
You haven't received like 5.
Yeah, but you have a horrible habit of them going missing on you when you get them.
Yes.
Look, just like sellotape it to your head.
David, you haven't received like 5.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, no, 2.
2?
I actually just got it today.
I haven't received it yet, so yeah, Nakara hasn't received his either, so
I haven't got mine.
we'll see. What other types of merchandise would you like to see? I'd like to see them
Aegis
contract.
t-shirts.
I'd like to see them contract with a little outside provider to do handmade wooden coasters with Star Citizen logos on them.
A small Canadian.
Yeah,
handmade,
some small,
artisanal.
you know,
These
artisanal.
are artisanal coasters. Organic.
I'm hoping for some socks, some jeans, some underwear, top. I mean, their gear is just so much cheaper than going clothes shopping here. It's great.
Cufflinks, ties, a bow tie.
I want to
like,
be able to walk
freelancers
into a
on it?
CIG office completely naked and leave fully clothed.
I'd also like.
I think
golf
they'll
shirts.
make you leave fully clothed.
Golf shirts are important. It's actually kind of disappointing that they don't have anything but t-shirts. Golf shirts would be nice.
Golf clubs, so we can beat a
I just want
goddamn asshole.
Aegis
death.
merchandise. Aegis is literally the most popular manufacturer. Why do we not have any
Pizza.
merchandise?
I want a Misk mouse pad. The mouse pads that they have
they're
are
so
horrible.
good.
One,
What? They're not horrible.
RSI has like 3
Drake
of these
Interplanetary,
most
right?
impossible
Fucking-
ships.
Hey, hang on. I've had a brilliant idea. What they should do
I'm
is, right,
pulling a lot of shit off my
should
mouse pad right now.
release their own version of a joystick and stuff in like in-game colors. I bet that would be really popular.
Fuck you, David.
It's ugly as sin.
Fuck you, David.
Those are horrible ships.
Fuck you.
I'm waiting till there's a good mouse pad with Misk ships or Aegis.
I've got
Hey,
a
David.
Mustang one over there.
Fuck you.
Mustangs are ugly.
Plus-
You're ugly.
like there
Yeah,
are
I know. I've been
There
told
are a
that
lot of
since
ways-
the
Right,
day
Mustang
since I
is
was
quite ugly,
born.
but I like-
Thanks for rubbing it in, Shiv.
Well,
There
it's
are
all
a
right.
lot-
Just from one
yo.
ugly to another.
there are a lot of ways that you can get this type of merchandise in multiple different ways, but the point is I think we all want to get it as well as support CIG at the same time.
Yes. It's just like how I could probably get a ship that I really want off the gray market, but I never will because that doesn't support CIG at all. And I find the idea of supporting someone else and not supporting CIG dumb.
Mammon Lord has a point too. Like, for real, CIG don't print like out of universe things on your stuff, because if you make it in universe, like say like an Aperture Laboratories t-shirt that looks like, oh, you got that because you probably work at Aperture Labs, that stuff is cool.
Yeah.
So make an Aegis Dynamics shirt that looks like an employee would wear it. Yeah. We know you want to advertise your game, but then people will ask, what is Aegis Dynamics? And then we tell them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And also you don't have to advertise because
Yep.
believe me, we'll walk into a room and tell everyone about it. They don't
We
need
should
to
do-
ask us.
Go to
Go to imperialnews.network
No, go to
slash
Stellar
support.
Fashion. Go to Stellar Fashion stellar.fashion/INN
Oh, that
And
reminds me. I wanted to do that.
promote arguing against
Go to
everything.
stellar.fashion and pick up some INN merchandise.
Yep. We have
Also
approached...
go to inn.com/ or imperialnews.network/support.
Or don't.
Support us
Well,
and
we're not.
support us.
We're not worth it.
We're not. Don't support us. Who am I kidding?
I'm going to put that link in there anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of which, since that's part of housekeeping, we have reached the end of the show. So let's talk about what's coming up.
I want to quickly mention something, and I hope Nakara is still around to post it in, because Nakara is doing a really cool thing that he was going to talk about here, but then things blew up, and
Nakara,
I would still
we love
like
you,
him.
and I'm sorry everything blew up.
I'd still like him to put it into the chat, because Nakara's raising money for a really good cause by shaving all of his hair, and everyone should support him in that endeavor.
Put it up, Nakara.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it. Put it up. Put it in the chat.
And sorry, carry on, CCT.
And also Nakara, if you give me that link, I'll put it in the show notes. Yeah. All right. So tomorrow, do we know if we have fiction tomorrow? Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question?
I'll try and write
a friend.
something. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't have anything written yet. I'll try and write quickly.
Oh
Maybe
yeah, I was supposed to
fiction.
do dev chat today. I forgot about that. I'll do that later.
Good.
All right.
Chat later
Also,
today.
probably
Sorry
dev
about
chat.
that. Whoops.
Monday. Hello, recording listener people. It's today for you. We got 10 for the chairman this week.
Developers, it's
Developers
Sean
this week.
Tracy and some dude who's really funny, apparently, according to Mark Skelton.
Not
Steve
Lando.
Steve Bender.
So not
Steve
Lando.
Bender.
No, definitely not Lando.
Okay. Yep.
It's Sean Tracy and Steve Bender.
Because
Yeah.
fuck that guy. Really.
Yep.
Really.
So 10 for send for the developers Monday.
Yep. Tuesday is a Bug Smashers.
No, Tuesday we have a new article, part of what will hopefully be a new series on INN. It should be pretty good. I've read it.
What's it
'cause,
called?
You know, it was submitted to me. It's Why I Should Fly a Merlin.
Ooh.
It's part of a new series. Why should I fly
Blank.
the Merlin?
So it's like, why should I fly blank?
Yes.
Insert ship here. Uh-huh.
Yes. And this Tuesday's is Why Should I Fly the Merlin?
If
So
you'll
that's going
allow
to be a
me.
new article from a new author at INN. So look forward to that. It should be
Whoa,
pretty
my
good.
camera froze.
Yeah, it did.
Whoa. Okay.
You're back.
Yes.
Wednesday.
Wait, Wednesday is dev chat and fiction.
Yes. So we have
Yes.
Dev Chat by the Dolvak, and we have Fiction by Stormy.
Maybe. Who knows?
No, she just told me.
Okay, well then,
I know.
don't take her word. I think you know she lies constantly. She's a dirty Canadian. She's a dirty Canadian.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, it's by
They
Fourth
can't
Oracle.
be trusted. None of them can be trusted.
It's by Fourth Oracle, this new article that's on Tuesday. Thursday, Friday, ATV, RTV, and then Saturday, come on right back, right here, twitch.tv/INN Live for your weekly dosage of Inside the Verse. Another few things that we have in the works, me, David, and Dolvak are all reviewing video games as part of a new endeavor.
I don't want to review The Witness, man. I
Do
finished it. Christ.
Do it.
It's a disaster.
We also
Okay.
still have our Game of the Year videos
Yes.
coming up.
All right, so real quick, the first reviews to come out of the INN is probably not The Witness because Dolvak's a piece of crap.
Oh, you went there? I'll have it done tonight. Fuck
Do it.
you.
Do it.
You still didn't do dev chat today.
Yeah, I know.
First is going to be a review for Rise of the Tomb Raider for PC by me.
First.
Second is going to be Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen by David. Third, I'm putting him on the spot for this one, is going to be a review for XCOM 2 by Shiver.
Probably. Oh, cool.
You said a while ago that you wanted to do it, and it is, spoiler, your most anticipated game of 2016. So, yeah.
So stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that. Also, as David mentioned, we are, I'm getting through all of the Game of the Year videos. I'm almost done with Shivers, so his is going to be up first. It's going to have an article. It's going to have his top 5 games of 2015, a couple honorable mentions, and spoiler, XCOM 2 as his most anticipated game. You are getting one of those videos and articles from all 4 of us here on the podcast, so keep an eye out for those.
Was I the only one with blue?
Dolvax is just a straight up flashback to Vietnam.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I have an anecdote because I think we should leave on a mysterious note.
Okay.
Okay.
Here,
So
do you want me to put up the outro music while you do this?
It'll take a bit. I will signal
Okay.
you when you do the outro music. All right.
Okay.
So
I'm ready.
So I believe it was Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
The young strapping lad, also known as Disco Lando, messaged me and was like, "Hey, dude, your tour of the Austin offices, the INN tour of the Austin office, is set for Friday." I'm like, "That's fantastic, but none of us are in Austin." And he's like, "Well, someone's as scheduled an INN tour of the Austin office." I'm like, "That's fantastic, but once again, none of us are going to PAX South." And he's like, "All right then."
Oh my god!
So,
I think I know where this is going.
Someone out there, apparently, either some wires got crossed, but I don't know how that could possibly happen. Or apparently tried to get a tour of the Austin offices as INN yesterday.
But when they walk through the door, and it's no one who's in INN, unless they've just like put a load of fluff on their face.
Not all of us are on TV.
What's that all about? I'm totally INN, yeah.
Not all of us are on camera. I mean,
Yep.
But
Most
yeah,
of us are
this is weird. Just
the majority of us are actually not on camera ever. So
You don't want an INN tour anyway, though. They'll just put you in a basement at the end of it.
Yep.
You can't leave.
Steal your wreath and just
You
say,
say too much.
Am I ready for outro music now?
Yeah, but anyway, if you go to PAX South this weekend, if you're going to attending PAX South, track down Disco Lando and force him to tell us what happened there.
We want to know.
we'd like to know.
Because frankly,
and
it's
if
weird.
you did book it in the INN name, do you want to come help with the transcripts?
That'd be
Please.
nice. That'd be great. I don't know.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us this week on Inside the Verse. Join us next week, same time, 2:30. We won't blow up the internet next time, although I can't
Don't
really
make that
make
promise.
I can't
Don't
make
make
any
that promise.
promises. Thank you so much, everybody, and we will see you all next time
In the verse.
in the verse.
Inside the verse?
Yeah.
Yeah. FaceTime?